My name's Peter. I'm the project archivist currently working on the most extraordinary collection, Janis Ian's archives. This particular bag, it's a leather bag. It's, look at it, it's really beaten up. It's been all over the world. So what Janis used to do is that she used to be taking, notes of her for performances. Whenever she's going off to, say, Japan, she's piling in the books. Literature is so important to her, and this would have held all of her books that she's taken with her. It's got signed, it's been to Australia, it's been to the Netherlands, it's been to Britain, even Northern Ireland. It has a rich history. Janis herself, this is really important to Janis because this is her story. This has been with her most of her professional life, and she is now deposited here with Berea College Archive. Now, right here, this is a piece of merchandise from Japan in the 1970s. It's, it's just a bag, a normal, simple plastic bag, but what it shows you is how famous, how big Janis is in Japan. Because on this side we got this most elegant portrait of Janis Ian, the artist. On the other side we got Earth, Wind and Fire. So it's history. This is the kind of bags that people would have been piling records in Japan, buying pieces of merchandise. It's advertising her artistry to the general public. But it's just probably one of my favorite items. I just love it. The construct, the portfolio, it's bloody marvelous. So right here, what we got here is Janis Ian's songbook for Miracle Row, and one of the reasons I've brought this out to show you all today is because it's actually a book that was published in Japan. You got Japanese, you got English throughout the book, and you flick through, you got all the song sheets, you got all the lyrics. One of the reasons, again, I brought this out is because Miracle Row is probably my favourite album. It's the one which I really strongly resonate with because there's a mixture of sort of jazz, and I love the jazz influence within this album. Also, when I first started this catalogue in the collection, really starting to discover Janis Ian, obviously I had to listen to some of her music, and as it happened, Miracle Row was the first album that I listened to on this project. I knew of Janis Ian beforehand, I knew some of the songs, etc., but this was the first one I listened to whilst being in the archive, and I loved how the album starts off with party lights. It just party lights, and then the piano moving, piano swaying, and you could really hear Janis's intellect, her songwriting, her intelligence with music in this album. I just absolutely love it. And of course, the fact is that, it really is starting to dawn on me very early on in this project. Hang on a minute, this is not just like an American artist, this is actually an internationally well-known, renowned artist. This is an album selling in Japan and doing extremely well. And another item that I brought out is Australia tour 1980. It's very easy to kind of forget that if you go back to 1980, right, go back all the way to 1980, 1979, how were people communicating in this era? We didn't have technology like your Instagram, your phones and all of that. It's telegrams and that. So in 1979 we've actually got records within the collection from Brisbane, which is communicating to Janis. It's just a simple telegram and that, just saying you're number one. Fly Too High is number one in Australia. Fly Too High is in the Night Rains album. So of course, 1980, she's following that up with a tour and actually going on tour. And we have got records in this collection of Janis Ian's tours in Britain, in the Netherlands. It's showing records from all over the world over the decades. It is such an incredible diverse collection, a range of materials for audiences to come and visit and access. So what we here as archivists, what we are doing is that we are threading the story for our visitors. So you may not necessarily see a connection between, say, this leather bag and a poster from Tokyo, but actually it is a representation holistically of Janis Ian's professional music life. She is going on tour frequently throughout the United States. She's going off to Japan, she's going off to the Netherlands, and we have records, evidence and informational value from all of these periods in her life. The idea is that these records were active at one point, 2008 and 1977. They had a very active life. They were created for a purpose. And what we are doing as archivists is that we are fixing them. It's almost like a time machine. We are fixing them in their time, we're describing them, and we are enabling access to them for you to come and visit and learn about this artist.